Just so like a stranger, so far away from me. You said you're running for me, but I managed from our story. Baby, don't be sorry for me, gonna just a perfect story. You said you're running for me, but I managed from our story. Baby, don't be sorry for me, gonna just a perfect story.
Hello, it's Monday. I wanted to do a work week motivation. I figured that I would take you along and film whatever I can for this whole week. I actually have a 4-day work week this week. I have off on Friday. And I have some life updates that I figured I could share along the way. One of the first ones is that this morning you may have seen that I was getting ready in a different room. I usually get ready in what I call like my closet. It was a small room. It used to be a big cedar closet, and then the previous owners of our home took it apart, and it was like a small room with then a smaller cedar closet. And there's a doorway to our like back deck, which we like never use. It really actually needs kind of like remodeled or redone. But potentially this week, you may also see a big change. I may be able to start working from home 50% of the time. So my manager had ordered me all the equipment that I needed, and it was delivered to me last week. And I thought that it would work in my closet. The idea was that I would have like a office in my closet, and that way I could just consolidate and do it all in like one room. But that room is really limited when it comes to outlets. There was really only one, and it's really not in a place that would be good for me to have my office in there. So we totally changed gears and switched rooms. Our playroom, we were using one of our rooms as a playroom. We took all the toys out of there. We moved my closet into that room. We moved my desk, and we're gonna set up my office in that room. And then we moved all of the toys from the playroom into my old closet. So now that's the playroom. So we got everything as situated as possible yesterday in my closet / office. And I was not able to actually set up my monitors or anything like that to actually work from home. So I'm gonna plan to do that today. Olivia wanted to be there and help me, so when I get home and she's off school, hopefully we can put that together. I don't know, when my first day would be able to be working from home this week, if at all this week, but I'm just gonna set it up. I'm gonna see how it works, and then if at all possible, maybe even in this video, we'll be able to work from home one day. And if not, that will definitely be in the next video. So that will be super cool. So that is one of my life updates. We actually changed multiple rooms. We also changed our children's room and our room. We flopped those. Their room was a little bit smaller than ours, and me and Tyler really don't need that much space. So we completely took all their stuff out of their room, did, any kind of updating to the room that we needed. We didn't paint or anything like that, but we fixed a lot of cracks and stuff like that in the walls, and in like the caulking and stuff like that, and then moved all of our stuff over there, and then put all of the kids' stuff in our old room. So now that is their room, and it's bigger and it's better for them. You know, they have all these toys and stuffed animals and stuff like that. So they were so excited when they were at my mom's, when they came home and saw their room. They were so excited. I've never seen them so excited. Penelope is 1 year old, and you could like see the excitement. She was running and laughing and babbling, and you know, it was just so cute to see. And obviously Olivia was super cute. And we have more surprises for them in the future. This next weekend, you know, I said I had off Friday this week. I also have off Monday. So 4-day weekend. And I am planning on painting their room. So our old room was like this kind of like brownish color. And I know that they would prefer not a brown room. So I'm going to paint for them this weekend as well. Some family is actually going to help out, which is really cool. So yeah, a lot of changes going on at home, and then, you know, some life updates that I would like to share with you along the way. But today we're just gonna work, and I'll show you what I can. My morning was absolutely crazy. I actually sat at home in my living room and counted my assignment, which I've been counting my assignment like in the morning at my house, but I usually just like pull my laptop right when I wake up and do it in bed. It takes like no time at all. But today I actually had to count another person's assignment. So I didn't do it right when I woke up. I woke up, I got ready, I helped Olivia get ready, I got her out the door, I made my breakfast, and then I sat at home in my living room on my computer, kind of my assignment, my coworker's assignment that's off today, and ate my sandwich, which was kind of nice because I usually eat my egg sandwich in the car. So took a little bit extra time at home today, which is awesome. So I knew I was going to be getting into work late today, but I didn't think it would be a big deal. I ended up running into some major traffic right before I got to the hospital. So I wasn't expecting it. Like, you know, I was making good time, and then all of a sudden I was stuck in this traffic, like not moving at all. Got here like 5 minutes before our morning meeting at 9 o'clock, which was absolutely wild. So I'm kind of running behind today. With it being a Monday, our assignment is a little heavier, and that's okay. As the week goes on, it usually gets better. We're pretty well staffed today, which, you know, makes our number a little bit better than it could have been. And then we're really well staffed tomorrow as well. So I anticipate that our numbers will get better as the weeks go on, as the days go on this week. Yeah, so I'll bring you along and film what I can and talk to you about my life updates when I can, and I'm glad that you're here. It's lunchtime. I figured while I had a moment, I would come on here and chat. So you saw in the clip that I had my headphones on. There has been some technical difficulties with some of the portals where we have to submit some of the insurance reviews. So I had to pop on a Teams meeting with kind of one of my coworkers. She's in a little bit of a different department, but she is kind of like the self-declared expert on these portals. So she helped me fix it, and it just put me behind on a Monday already. So where we, you know, on a Monday already where we have so many reviews. So it's just going to be a busy day. I am actually not going to go down to the cafeteria for lunch. I'm just going to sit at my desk and eat really quick and then get back to work. I figured I'd take some time to give you guys some life updates. I think I mentioned it very briefly in a previous video about Tyler quitting his job and staying home with the girls full time. So he was in like a fencing job. It was full time. It was days. You know, he was outside and in the weather, all the weather. And Olivia was gonna start kindergarten. And one of my babysitters was going to go back to college. Another one was starting college. So we were really kind of short when it comes to babysitters. And I had asked him many times before to stay home with the girls. It just kind of would put a stress off of me because I have a job where I don't feel like I'm able to really call off, or I shouldn't call off that much. And if your kids are sick, or, school's canceled for snow, or it's a holiday that an in-service where I still have to work, but Olivia's not in school, it's like, and then trying to find a babysitter full-time for Penelope. So he did quit his job and he has been home with the girls, and honestly, it's been fantastic. Obviously, it's tighter financially, but we're really good budgeters and we're definitely on the same page in terms of like our finances, so we're not overspending or anything like that. We have some space down in our basement, and one of our friends actually moved in. We had lived with him before he moved into our basement, so we have a little bit of extra income that way. I did hear before on like a financial video that like one of like the best ways to increase your income, if you need to, in a very quick way, is if you have a room to rent out, try to rent out your room or your garage or whatever. So we were able to do that in our basement. Olivia has been loving school, and there have been days where she's had to come home sick, or that school has canceled for snow, or obviously like the in-service days, and Tyler is able to just be home with them. And then I wanted to give you guys an update on me and how I'm doing. I am officially 1 year postpartum. I feel like at this point, I don't even really consider myself like postpartum, but I do still have, some things that kind of make me be like, oh, I did just have a baby like about a year ago. But in general, I'm doing really well. I've said it before, I'm not pumping anymore. Penelope is sleeping, through the night. So I really only have to wake up with her every once in a while when she wakes up at night, but for the most part, she's sleeping. And it's usually really easy to get her back to sleep if she is awake and crying for whatever reason. And then Tyler also helps. So if she's crying and I don't hear it, or I've been up before, he also helps. So that's very helpful, getting a lot of sleep. I still am, in my opinion, dealing with not really postpartum hair loss, but like it has finally stopped, and now I have the hair growing back, and it's just funny, like I have to deal with like these little hairs sticking out like everywhere. And sometimes I'll just like look in the mirror and they're sticking out, and the hair up here is also like harder to like get in my ponytail. It's just kind of sticking up everywhere. But I feel like I'm gaining weight like a lot more, which I need to keep an eye on that. I have a more sedentary job now. I'm not pumping, which I feel like was burning calories and just keeping me busier. Same with having a younger child, just having to run around, after them and after Olivia. I feel like I was definitely burning some more calories during the day. So, I've drank alcohol a little bit more recently because of not pumping and things like that. So, I definitely have to keep an eye on that and make sure I'm getting my steps in, which I definitely don't, and do some exercises if I can. I really haven't worked out since right before I went back to work. I was going to the gym every single morning at 5 a.m. and then that just really wasn't an option when I went back to work, because I had to get the baby and everyone ready, the babysitters and everything ready. Tyler was still working, and the gym is kind of far, so I couldn't like go to the gym and then come back or anything like that. So I really kind of stopped working out back in January, but I do want to pick it back up. I just don't know how exactly. But yeah, so we have all kinds of things going on. But I'm gonna go eat my lunch, and then I will show you what I'm doing, which is obviously just typing on the computer and doing my insurance reviews. I hope that there are no more portal difficulties, and that way I can get as many reviews done today as I possibly can. There's no way I'm going to be able to finish everything on my assignment, but if I can get the majority of my list done, then tomorrow will be much easier with, the things that I'm going to have left over, and then the stuff that I'll have new for tomorrow. So I'll pick you up when I can. Bye. I'm gonna run to the cafeteria and get some barbecue sauce and some salt. I brought leftover barbecue from a place that I ate yesterday. We went out to eat for Tyler's birthday this weekend. We went out twice. We never, ever, ever go out to eat. And we went out twice this weekend. So I have some barbecue. I'm going to go down and get some barbecue sauce and get some salt. Those stairs that you just saw, I fell down them. It was one of the hardest falls that I've ever had. I actually really hurt my back and made my manager do like an incident report for me. But I had like a huge bruise, and I am like really cautious when I go down the stairs. I hold on to the railing and everything, and I fell so good that my arm was like ripped off of the railing and I hurt my back. Hello again. It is 5:30. I'm leaving late, but with everything that we had today to do, I'm pretty proud that I got out when I did. And I'm so excited to go home, be with my family. We'll see what I get done in terms of anything for getting my office ready to work from home. It's so cold. You guys can see me pretty good still. I got like the worst parking spot today. I don't know if I said that earlier. I was like running late because of the traffic, and then the parking situation was very not good. But it's pretty. I don't know if I said this before, but one of the worst things about having like a more sedentary job is sitting all day at work and then getting up and walking to my car and having to sit in the car for another like 25 or 30 minutes. I'm just like, no. So I'll be excited when I work from home and I can start my day a little earlier. And when I'm done, I don't have to get into a car. I can just hang out with my family, go downstairs, and just not have to deal with any kind of traffic. Can you guys see the sky? It's pretty. Sun's going down. The sun definitely stays out a little bit longer these days. Still goes down pretty fast, but it'll be dark before I get home. But it's nice that I don't leave and it's pitch dark already. See the city over there. All right, well, I hope you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hello, I don't know what happened to the audio in this clip, but it's definitely not working. So I'll just come on and tell you guys what I was saying. I was saying that it was Tuesday, the second day of my work week, and that I was able to get my home computer set up to be able to work from home. I am hopefully going to get permission to work from home tomorrow. And also that I brought into the car a box of maternity clothes that I'm planning to give to a coworker of mine who is pregnant, and a pillow that I bought the other day, and it actually still had the security tag in it. So I am hopefully going to run some errands after work and get the security tag taken out of the pillow. So yeah, that's really all I was saying. Let's get to work. I took a quick potty break. So today should be a good day. Our number is low. It's about 18, 19 today, which just to compare, yesterday it was like 35. So should be a good day. Should be able to get out of here one time. We have a meeting at noon, so I'm not gonna be able to go to lunch. I'll just eat probably during the meeting, but let's start and get this day over with. I'm in the bathroom. My hair's crazy. We just got done our meeting. It was super helpful. Had to do with changes that are coming to our workflow on the weekends. I've actually never worked a weekend yet with the admissions team, my new role on the admissions team. Any weekend that I've worked since I've been at this new job, I've just kind of done the same exact thing that I used to do on the weekends at my old job. But now we're kind of like fully taking over the responsibilities of doing the insurance reviews on the weekends for all of the hospitals. So they kind of told us about the workflow, and I ate my lunch. It was like right during lunch. I don't know if these girls like don't eat lunch or what, but I ate lunch. So I ate my delicious beef stew that Tyler had made for me, or made for us. And now I'm gonna go finish my reviews and get out of here. I am a little bit behind since we had our meeting, but I'm gonna go try to catch up. So let's go. Hello. I'm just sitting at my desk. I'm the only one in the office, which is pretty typical at the end of the day. I get here later than other people. But I'm finished. It's about 5 o'clock now, a little bit after, and I am gonna go. I am not gonna go try to return that pillow because I am wearing new boots today that you probably saw in a clip from this morning, and they are like higher boots, and they are like digging into my ankle. I need to wear higher socks when I wear them. So I'm just gonna go home. I did get approval to work from home tomorrow, so I am super excited. I may be able to work from home also on Thursday, but day 2 down this week, and we will pick things up tomorrow. I was thinking maybe I could talk to you guys about kind of my year in review, my like 2024 year in review tomorrow. I really wanted to just sit down and have this really cool video where I watched my old YouTube videos and went through my Instagram and, you know, talked about my year in review and everything that I did, and, you know, just kind of reminisce, and then also kind of go over like the goals that I either accomplished or did not accomplish from last year. And the reality is just that I'm not able to sit down and make that video. Being a homeowner, a mom of two, you know, a significant other to someone else, you know, a daughter, trying to hang out with my family, a sister, I just could not make time for that video. You know, these videos I kind of make in between my breaks at work or before or after, whereas that video I would have had to sit down on a day off and make it. So it's just not realistic. And honestly, I could just kind of write things down and then go over them with you guys in one of these videos. Since my job is not very entertaining nowadays, that could be something interesting to put in between the clips of me working. Either talk about it before, after work, or in between, you know, when I have my lunch break. So I don't know, but we made it through day 2. We got 2 more days to go this week, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night. You can see all my crazy hair. All my postpartum hair loss that's growing back. You can see it blowing. It's beautiful. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I am working from home, which is super exciting. I did not film any clips this morning because the kids actually had me up multiple times tonight, both kids. So I was just exhausted, and I did not wake up early. I did not get ready before Olivia. And so it just did not feel right to take any clips this morning. I was just so tired. But I pretty much did the same thing that I always do in the morning. I got dressed. I didn't put anything fancy on. I'm literally wearing one of my business casual shirts. I'm wearing black leggings. I just have socks. And then I have actually my slippers down here, which is kind of cool, just like wearing my slippers today. But I went downstairs, made myself breakfast, made Olivia breakfast, got her on the bus, and then came back up. I counted my assignment, someone else's assignment, and then jumped on our morning call at 9 a.m. The setup here is like the same. I'll show you here in a second, but it's exactly the same as it is at work. So I have my headphones, got on the morning call, but yeah, I'm home. I didn't have to drive to work today. I was able to start a half hour earlier because I didn't have to drive. I ate my breakfast right here at the desk. So I am just thrilled. Let me show you. So this is obviously a work in progress, but I have everything set up. I have my 2 computer screens. I have my chair that really, they just told me to take one from one of the conference rooms. My keyboard, mouse. I have my laptop over here, which is really just like what runs everything. I got my headphones, my water. There's my plate from this morning. But yeah, pretty simple, and it works, and I'll definitely make it better as time goes on. I have a stool down here to prop my feet up. If you're someone that sits a lot, during work. It's good to prop your feet up. It's good for your circulation. My office in general is a work in progress. I'm going to keep the books in here because I'm worried that the kids will knock it over on themselves and kill themselves. So we'll just keep it in here so I can watch them. But I'll remove like all of this kid stuff on the top so I have some room for my things. I'm planning on getting a dresser, getting rid of all these bins that I've had for years. It'd be nice to have like a tall dresser and then be able to put my clothes in there and maybe even repurpose these bins. And then over there in the corner, eventually that will all be gone. That's like kid stuff that the kids no longer need because they either grew out of it or their baby toys or, you know, their pack and plays right there. There's a bunch of clothes of mine that I no longer want, some shelves that I would like to put up. So yeah, I am just so excited. I am gonna work today. Our number is not bad, so I should be able to get my day done. I'll be able to, you know, see Penelope and Tyler during the day as I take breaks. Definitely planning on taking a lunch break with them, and I will pick up the camera when I can. Are you guys ready for my year in review? I really didn't spend a lot of time at all preparing for what I wanted to say, but I know I just wanted to do this for myself. I like watching videos where people talk about stuff like this. So like I said earlier, I really wanted to do a whole video, but I am just going to get over that and put it in this video and just kind of chat a little bit about what I did this year and my goals and things like that. It's lunchtime. I just finished eating. I scarfed down some beef stew that Tyler had made. I actually ate that 2 days in a row now for lunch. It's so good. It's over now or done. Like there's no more, but so good. So for the rest of my lunch break, I'm going to go over with you guys my goals and then what I did this year. So let's start with my goals. And I just jotted some quick things down. Oh, and I had my goals from before. I had them written down, but the things that I did this year, I just kind of jotted things down and we'll just kind of go over it. So my first goal in 2024 was to get a new job / work from home. Half of that I was able to do. I got a new job and I knew that there were the prospects of being able to work from home. So got that one. Push the snooze button less. I am a bad snooze button person to the point where it kind of annoys Tyler sometimes because my alarm just keeps going off over and over again and I just keep pushing the snooze button. So I feel like I'm getting a little bit better about that now into this new year, but I'm not there yet, and I did not do well with this in 2024. So I did not check that off as something that I did. Go to the gym. I was doing that. I went back to work from maternity leave like around like the 20th of January. I was going to the gym every single day, like at 5 a.m. up until I went back to work. So I was doing good then, but then the moment that I went back to work, I stopped doing that. So I did not cross that off because I really have not been doing that for 11 out of the 12 months. Hike. I didn't put any kind of specifics towards that. I just said hike, and we have done that. We've done that many times this year. We have always been big hikers. You know, obviously I think I ideally would have done it even more, but we have been on many hikes with our kids, just with me and Tyler, so I did check that off as something that I did. Read 2 books. I did read 2 books, or even more than that. I read a series. It was a fantasy series. That was like the first fantasy series that I've ever read. It was a good introduction, but it was a 3-book series. So I did read all of those. And then I have also been listening to audiobooks on Spotify, which is brand new for me. So I did cross that off. finish painting the garage. So the inside of our garage is like these cinder blocks, and there's like a lot of imperfections in it, and it's an old garage. So we primed like 3/4 of it, and then obviously the goal was to finish priming it and then to go over and paint the like all of it. That has actually been sitting undone for like multiple years. Like we started that 2 years ago, and it is still just like 3/4 of the way primed. It's not even painted, you know, regular paint at all. We still haven't done that. So we did not do that this year, and it is still not done. So I'll probably put that on my list again for this year, but it was not done in 2024. Again, save $5,000 for my emergency fund. I've already had an emergency fund, had it for years. I'm a big budgeter, and I was able to save $5,000 in addition to what I already had, and maybe even potentially saved more than that, but I was able to do that. Pay off one of my credit cards. There were 2 credit card goals. I'm not going to say what credit cards they were, but this one specific credit card I had really wanted to pay off, and I did do that. My other goal was to pay off this other credit card, and I was not able to do that fully, but it is so close. I should be able to pay it off maybe by April or so. So, I mean, that's a win, but I was not able to pay off that second credit card, but I was able to pay off the first, so that's exciting. Go to the beach with my family. I did do that. I actually did that twice, and we'll talk about that a little bit more on my list of just things that I have done this year, or last year, sorry, 2024. And then camp, either somewhere, like to go somewhere camping or to camp in our backyard. We did camp once, and me and Tyler camped together. I'll talk about that a little bit too in what we did this year. We were not able to camp with the girls this year. We did camp with Olivia one time in our backyard, and she absolutely loved it. She was a trooper. I mean, just did amazing. Hung out with us and then just passed out in the tent. It was awesome, but we were not able to do that this year. She did have the option to camp with us when we did go camping, but she did not want to. She ended up staying in the cabin. So those were my goals for 2024, and I checked off all but 4 of them, and there were like a whole bunch, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, like 11. So that is a win, and I'm not going to tell you what my goals are for 2025. I haven't had them finalized yet at all, and I feel like I just want to save that for, you know, if I'm able to do a year in review next year for, you know, the 2025 2026 years. But yeah, so stay tuned, and if you would want to see something like that and you like this kind of thing, maybe follow along and subscribe, and maybe you'll see that. Okay, and then things that I did this year, or just kind of my year in review. So in January, as I mentioned, I went back to work from maternity leave. So I had a 3-month-old baby. Olivia was 4, almost turning 5, and I went back to work from maternity leave. That was much harder this time than it was with Olivia, and the specific reason for that was Penelope's swallowing issues. She was in the NICU for about a week. She had desaturation, so like her oxygen would go low, she'd turn blue, her heart rate would go up when she was eating, and she would like choke on her milk, and that really did continue even outside of the NICU and once we were home, and then even for 3 months and more after that. So I just did not feel ready to go back to work. I didn't feel right with my child having swallowing issues, and Tyler was working full-time at the time, so we did have full-time babysitters. So I wasn't able to leave her home with him, which I think would have made me feel much more comfortable. So I had to go back to work even though she was having some issues, but it all worked out in the end. She is no longer having these swallowing issues. They resolved maybe around month 4 or 5. So really blessed for that. Then after that, we had Olivia's surprise birthday party. She wanted a surprise party, and we were able to pull that off for her. And then the summer came around, and pretty early we went to the beach. We went to the beach with my family, like my mom and my siblings, and then all of my obviously immediate family, Tyler and my 2 kids. And then about a month later, we went to a different beach. We went there with Tyler's sister, her boyfriend, their child, and then obviously me and my family went. Both vacations were extremely fun. I had an itty bitty baby both times, and honestly, she could not hang. The little baby cannot hang at the beach, but we still had a blast, and Olivia had a blast, seriously. About a month after that, we went camping slash like a cabin vacation with one of my best friends, one of my like childhood best friends. That was super fun. She owns like some land, and then her dad kind of owns like a cabin near the land. So we actually camped just on the grounds like that the cabin is. So my kids and her family slept in the cabin, and then me and Tyler camped outside in the yard. And we were planning on doing that 2 nights, except there was a major thunderstorm that second night. So we actually all stayed in the cabin. And Olivia, like I said, had the option to stay with us outside and camp, but she did not. And the one time that we did camp outside, the one night, my friend was very nice and watched my baby for me. But Penelope has always been a good sleeper pretty much, and did not give her any trouble, slept through the night. So that was our summer. We had a jam-packed summer. It was so fun. I've never planned so many vacations in my life. But now that I'm thinking about it, I wanted to mention 2 things that we did wrong. So the second beach vacation, we forgot Penelope's pack and play. I asked Tyler to get it. He didn't get it. I never confirmed that he got it or not. So we had like a baby. I don't even know. She was like maybe like 6 months, 7 months at the time, and had no bed for her. So she did end up having to sleep with me and Tyler in our bed, which we weren't used to. She really wasn't sleeping in our bed. She was sleeping in her bed most nights. And then for the camping slash cabin vacation, we left all the kids' clothes except for like what was packed in the diaper bag, which was just pretty much like a change of clothes, left them all at home. Olivia took the suitcase that I had both of their clothes in and took it into the bathroom, into the shower. And I kind of like, once we were on vacation and Tyler was like, hey, we don't have the suitcase, I kind of remembered that I had seen it in the bathroom. And yeah, Olivia was just strolling it around and left it in the bathroom, and I didn't even think about it. I must have thought like, hey, we're definitely gonna get this. I literally don't even remember thinking about it at all. I kind of remembered seeing it there. But all of their clothes completely did not bring any of them. Luckily, like I said, it was like a weekend vacation. I had 1 pair of change of clothes for them in the suitcase. They had whatever clothes they had on when we got there. So we ended up going to like a dollar store and just getting like a few things. And I mean, luckily we had diapers and everything like that, wipes, we had all of that, just like no really like change of clothes or pajamas or anything. So yeah, those were 2 mistakes that we made. Okay, and then later on in the year, we went to the zoo. That was kind of at like the very end of summer, beginning of fall. That was super fun. We took the train there and then spent the day at the zoo. And then after that, I got my new job. And so there's all the videos and reels and stuff about me getting my new job, and just the process of me kind of interviewing, or at least like getting information about the job. And then, you know, all the things leading up to when I finally found that I was going to get the job. Then after that, it was Thanksgiving, which I did work. So I didn't do much. We went to my mom's house, hung out with her. Holidays are a lot different nowadays than they were even 2 years ago when my aunt was still alive, and then a year before that when my grandma was still alive. So 2 pretty major people in my life have passed away who, you know, were kind of forefronts in the family and through a lot of the holiday kind of get-togethers and stuff like that. So holidays look a lot more relaxed nowadays, and I do appreciate that. You know, I don't have to go to multiple people's houses, but it is kind of sad that, you know, those really important ladies in my life are no longer with us, and then because of that, things just don't look the same anymore. So that was the same for Christmas. I did not work Christmas. I worked Christmas Eve. We went to my family's house, like my side of the family's house, on Christmas Eve. We always do. They always have a party on Christmas Eve. That was super fun. And then I spent the day with my family in the morning on Christmas, and then my side of the family on Christmas Day as well, but later in the day. Tyler did see his family on Christmas Eve. He went there prior to my family's get together. I was at work, but he went and he took the girls. So for some reason, something just popped into my head about Penelope's party. We had a party for her in October, and all the family, we rented like a pavilion and got all the family together and had a party for her, and that was really fun because it was like the end of the season. It was like one of the last nice weekends, and yeah, I had a 1-year-old party. It was amazing. Yeah, that's really all I wrote down for this year. I mean, I feel like I did a lot. I mean, more vacations than ever. You know, I had a 3-month-old and now she's 1. You know, my 4-year-old turned 5. She's almost 6. You know, I was pumping. I'm no longer pumping. I'm gaining my life back in terms of like no longer having to be strapped to a little tiny baby and pumping and the bottles and the milk and all of that. So I feel like this year was awesome. My years in general, I'm a very positive person. I have a very positive outlook. They have been pretty positive the majority of my life. 2019 was a year that I moved home from Colorado. I'd lived in Colorado for 3 years. Moved home, had my newborn baby. Olivia was a newborn baby. She was like 4 months old when we ended up moving home. And that was one of the hardest years of my life. I remember just thinking how negative everything was. And it really had nothing to do with COVID at all. COVID really didn't become like a major thing until like March of 2020. So no, it was just the fact that I had a newborn baby. You know, I was struggling postpartum. I'm moving home. We didn't super plan to move home, and so a lot of money was spent, and we were really not financially secure at that point. It took me a while in 2019 when we moved back to find a job. So I was without a job and on Medicaid for a while because I had a newborn baby and no insurance benefits. Everything has been getting better since then. Obviously, 2020 was really hard for most people because of COVID, and it was really hard for me in my job because I worked at the hospital. But in general, that year was really good for us. We bought our home, and you know, we really did enjoy just being at home with our close-knit family with no obligations to really go anywhere. And then it's really only gotten better since then. 2021 was really good. 2022 was good. And now here in 2024, I feel like it was like so good. I feel like even with a newborn baby, I did not have those struggles like I did with Olivia. And, you know, my heart is filled with my 2 babies and my home and my boyfriend and a job that I really enjoy. You know, we're financially stable at this point. Obviously, anything can change, but I really, really feel positively about 2024 and then going into 2025. I'm just ready to have another really good year, and I'm not going to pressure myself with any of these crazy goals that I cannot achieve. You know, they're all going to be very realistic, and I'll take you guys along for as much as I can. I mean, my goal for YouTube was pretty unrealistic at the beginning. I wanted to post twice a week. I wanted to do work motivation vlogs like every single week, and really that just did not happen, and I very quickly felt like I didn't even need to do that. I really enjoy making these videos just as I can, with no pressure. As I make the videos, I edit them as I can with no pressure. I enjoy when I put them out. I don't obsess over the views. You know, my community is so small at this point. As of today, it's 56. I mean, that is people that I don't know, people who have watched my videos and wanted to subscribe. So I'm really happy to have you guys here, and I hope that you continue to follow along, and I will post, you know, whatever I can. If you're interested in seeing at the end of the year, obviously what my goals were, and if I achieve them, I'll continue to post work motivation videos, lifestyle, family videos, let you guys in to see what we do whenever I feel like, you know, recording something that I feel like is at least a little bit entertaining or that I want to remember. Yeah, so that's what I have to say about that. I hope you like this kind of like quick year in review and review of my goals. And now I'm gonna get back to work. I just finished my first day working remotely from home, and that was so exciting. It was relaxed, it was comfortable, I could listen to my own music, I got to go downstairs and eat out of my own kitchen for lunch. My baby was asleep, but still got to see her. She came upstairs just like once or twice, and I got to see her. I could hear her cooing downstairs. It was really sweet. Now I'm just gonna log off and I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna be home and I'm gonna be able to start my day with my family already. I will pick the camera up tomorrow and show you my last day. I'll be working from home again, my last day this week. And yeah, I will see you then. Have a good night. Good morning. It's Thursday, my last day working before my 4-day weekend. I didn't take any clips again this morning. Me and Olivia were just so tired. Like, I don't know what it is, but we've been so tired. I think we're ready for this 4-day weekend, but she has one too, which is exciting, off of school. But yeah, I'm just gonna eat my breakfast here quick while I count a coworker's assignment and just kind of get everything ready for our 9 a.m. call. Let's see, it's about 8:04 right now. Let me show you what I'm wearing. I clean these mirrors because Olivia likes to, or Penelope likes to put her fingers all over it. But I'm wearing like black leggings again, which are comfy. And then just one of my business casual tops. So it's just my black top. I have my Jack Skellington socks on. And then my comfy house shoes. So I'm going to be comfy again today. Let's get ready for our 9 a.m. call. I just got back from lunch. I had some leftover nachos that Tyler made yesterday. They were so good. And he was down there. Penelope was awake. She was down there. It was so fun hanging out with them. I just feel like this has been such a cool experience working from home these past 2 days. I don't have a whole lot to add to the conversation. I feel like I was able to get out a lot of what was on my mind in the last couple days. So I'm just gonna put my head down, get to work, get this day over with so that my 4-day weekend can start. Thank you guys so much for being here, for watching this video. If you've made it this far, please come back and watch my other videos that I make. If you're new here, I make lifestyle, work motivation videos. As a girl who works obviously now hybrid in and out of the home, I have 2 kids. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. It's kind of a cool day because it's been snowing a little bit on and off all day. I love snow, and obviously it's cool that I don't have to be out in it, with me working from home today. So